Hello everybody, I'm Wang from Beijing. Now you are watching our CGTN live stream. I'm at the Beijing Decorative Porcelain Museum in Beijing, of course. And in the next half an hour or 40 minutes, you will be able to watch our live stream with our accounts, with the Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Sina Weibo, and our CGTN app. Now I'm at the Beijing Decorative Porcelain Museum. You can tell that I'm surrounded by many beautiful porcelain pieces. Here you can tell that there are very beautiful plates with vivid paintings here, and on top of it we can see some vases in different shapes, right? And also here there's a huge bowl here, and this is another huge bowl, and then we can tell that the color is very vivid. The birds, the trees and the flowers, the paintings are beautiful, and the color is really strong. And the Beijing Decorative Porcelain has a history of more than 100 years, and it really has its unique characteristics. As I said earlier, the color is rich, it's very strong, and the paintings are very nice, and it's a municipal level cultural, intangible cultural heritage in Beijing. So today, you will not only able to see those pieces, but also I'm going to have some hands-on experience. I'm going to try to do a piece by myself. So then I'm going to tell you how I feel about it. Then I'm going to show you how porcelain artists make these beautiful pieces. So I'm sure it's going to be a fantastic tour around this museum. And for more insights into these items and into the stories behind these items, I'm very honored to have Mr. Xu Libin join us.
大家好，我是来自京彩瓷博物馆的徐丽斌。
Hello, he works at this museum. His name is Xu Libin, and he looks very young, but actually he has been working here for more than 9 years, and he went to college to study how to make porcelain. So actually he has been doing this for nearly 14 years. So he's very experienced, and he also is one of the 5th generation of the Beijing Decorative Porcelain Masters. So he's very experienced. So now if you have questions, feel free to send it to us, and because we have an expert here to answer your questions. So now we can start our tour, our fantastic trip to learn about the Beijing Decorative porcelain. And now we are entering an exhibition, the main exhibition area. We can see more pieces here. Wow, too many choices, I think. And then we can see that you can see the birds. You can even tell the hair on the birds, and also the lines are very fine, very delicate. The color is beautiful here. And as I said earlier, actually, color is one of the main characteristics of this Beijing Decorative porcelain. So I'm gonna ask him.
所以像我们说到了，就是对于这个京彩瓷来说，鲜艳的颜色是
So
它
for
的其中的
decorative
一个特
porcelain,
点。
the
对
color
对
is one of the main feature. So can you show us one of the exhibits that can demonstrate the coloring feature? For example, this one of our treasure of the museum, that is the pastel deer vase. Can you give some introduction about the history? Well, this is from the Qing dynasty, and for this vase, it was made for over 10 years, just as the birthday present for Emperor Qianlong.
Of a vase, a very famous vase, and the original one was made about 300 years ago. It was made by the regime of Qianlong in Qing dynasty, and to celebrate the 60th birthday of Qianlong, a very famous emperor in ancient China. They spent more than 10 years to try different patterns, to try different shapes of the vase. Finally, they made it.
然后我们可以看到这个它有一些什么样的特点？其实看起来是很漂亮的。
It looks very beautiful. Can you give us more introduction about this
它首先
piece?
从它的器型上，它是最大的一件兵器，在当时。其次是
So first of all, the size is very large, and also we put deers as the pattern.
So actually, he said that it's not just a simple painting. Actually, it really has some very a lot of meaning in it. He said that the tree 像这个树和这些路都有一些讲究，是吗？
对，比如说松树，它代表的是长寿；比如说鹿，它
Pine tree represents longevity.
比如说像桃子代表的是福。
And also we have peach represents good fortune.
谐音的是喜，代表的源远流长。
He said that, for example, like the trees, it's pines and syrups. This kind of tree in China symbolized or indicates longevity. And like the deer, the pronunciation of deer in Chinese, it's lu, and it's the same pronunciation of kind of money. So it means that you will have longevity and you will have a lot of money. So it really means a lot. And also, he told me earlier that another characteristics of this vase is that no matter which angle you look at, it's like it's like a painting, it's like a complete painting. So it's the framing of the painting. It's very, very thoughtful. Yeah.
好的，那还有什么？我们还知道哈，就是说实际上我们的青彩瓷实际上是很多的仿古瓷器。
And for Beijing decorative porcelain,
Actually,
they're also the official wear.
Some of them has another name called archaized porcelain. It means that they imitate some antique from the imperial palace and from the royal family. So, like this one, I think it really represents this kind of style. Like this one, we can see the pattern of the vase. On the vase is dragon, right? And basically, in ancient China, only the emperors were able to use dragons on their clothes and on their the items they use daily. So it really represents the emperor and the royal family.
然后实际上这个瓶子我们还看到一个特点，就是它的颜色对比其实挺大的，是吧？
对，这是我们青彩瓷的一个特点。比如说像这
You
个
also see a very distinct color comparison of this kind of vase.
翠绿的颜色，它的对比是比较强烈，这是我们的一个特点。
As I said earlier, one of the features of the Beijing decorative porcelain is that the color is really rich, and you can tell that the contrast of the colors are very, very strong. Like this one, the dragon is in red, and the leaves are in green, and there are kind of a big contrast between the colors. So that's another main features of this kind of porcelain. And also, they are not just copy the old items. They also input some modern technology into this traditional skills. Like some of the items are very interesting and very innovative, actually.
像这个实际上它是融入了一些现代的
For this one, we also
对
integrate
像
some
这个
modern
它的
technology.
整个是比较薄的，它
And this is quite thin.
因为现在
For the porcelain, we are using the advanced technology to make this kind of thin piece of porcelain. So let's take a look.
从里面可以看到外面的花纹是非常清楚。
So you can see very delicate
You can
pattern.
tell that actually this porcelain, this cup, it's very thin. You can tell that. And when we put it under the light, you actually can see the pattern and the color outside of this the cup. So actually, in ancient times, people were not able to make porcelain so thin. So they just added some modern technology to make it better. It looks like it's really kind of almost transparent. It's very beautiful here. 对，
所以可以看到这是很有一些现代的科技的。
It reflects the modern technology.
This is a very interesting set, as we said earlier. The items here are not only like vases or plates, but also they are items we can use in our daily lives, like this. It's a whole set for tea. But of course, it's a very kind of a traditional items, and basically people put tea and water inside of this one, and then we pour the water into the small cups, so people can drink tea by using these kind of items here.
然后我们看到
if you are familiar with the Chinese porcelain or China's China, you will know that actually there are different styles. If you are familiar, probably you heard about Jingdezhen, the China from Jingdezhen. That's another famous style of China's porcelain. But the styles between Jingdezhen and the Beijing decorative porcelain, it's very different. 所以景德镇的这个瓷器，它的风格是。
So what is the feature for the porcelain from Jingdezhen?
有江南水乡的一种。
So it reflects the feature of the southern area of China, and for Beijing decorative porcelain in fact other style.
Porcelain from Jingdezhen, it's more like a south, represents the style from southern China. It's more the color. It's much lighter. Decorative porcelain because it's in Beijing. Basically, that's the capital of the country, and also that's the place where the emperors were living in ancient times. So the style of Beijing decorative porcelain really represents the imperial palace and the royal family, especially the emperors. As we saw earlier, there were some copies. There were some copies from the original items from the palace, which were made by the emperors or his workers. And also, another interesting part of this museum is you can see some items here. Also, you can have some hands-on experience. So I think it's a very good educational process, and it's good for us to learn about the process, the procedure of making porcelain. So 问一下这个徐老师，像我们制作这个陶器的话，制作陶器的话。
My question is that when we're making the porcelain, what are the procedures?
我们传统上有一种说法是有72道工序。
So traditionally we have 72 processes.
72 steps to make an item of porcelain. Wow, that's really complicated. 那是很难的。那这一块我们是可以制作粘土，是吗？
So in this area we will use to make the clay
这
extraction.
也是最基础的一个步骤。
So here we can see that there are a lot of machines here, and actually this is a place where people can, make use the clay to make the original shape of the items you want to make, and we can see some. Okay, there's a. So what are you? 你在这里做什么？你坐在这个地方。
我还等过来，就是让体验一下。
She said that she's going to experience how to make an item. So 你想打算做什么呢？
我想体验拉坯。
你想做什么东西？
我想做一个像就
We want
是
to experience the body forming of the porcelain.
笔洗，然后想做一个小笔洗。
Okay, she wants to make a sort of a can to which she can put her pens, pencils inside. 你知道这是一个传统工艺吗？有这个概念吗？你为什么会选择来这？
And this is a traditional art craft. Why you come here to experience the clay extraction?
它的工艺，然后我发现
I get to know a little bit more about the
妈妈跟我
porcelain.
说有这个地方，然后
My mother told me
我觉得
about this
他们应该
place.
是做法是不一
I
样的，
think
所以
the
呢我特别
making
想去
process is quite different.
Said that she made some other kind of she's aware that this is a kind of a traditional skill, and she has been to other places to make those kinds of craft work before, like Jing Tailan and some ceramic items, and she's noticed that the skills applied to those items are very different. So that's why she wants to come here to learn about those kind of new skills. Okay, great. 谢谢你。好。Okay. Well, I think it's interesting. I think it's a great place for the students to spend during their summer vacation. So I think it's a very good educational process. And here I would like to, to show some items first, so you know that what we can expect later. And here we can see that on the shelf there are a lot of different items. And here, like today, I'm gonna use the clay, and I will try to make a bowl maybe. Then, 所以这个碗做好之后，大概是放多久会变成这个样子？
放置1个星期以上。
After we make the model, we will put it aside for 1 week.
That after I make it, after a week, then it will be dried and then it will turn out into something like this.
But this one 这个看起来会光滑很多，对不
对，
对？
这个是下一个
This
过
one
程
looks much nicer.
立批也是。
And then we come to the other process that is called the body modification. After we dry the model, we will do the body
When
modification.
it's dried like this, then the staff members here or the mentors here, the masters here, they will polish those items and make it smooth and get rid of the extra mud on the bottom of the can, the bowl, right? This one looks very different, and actually, 这些和这些它们这是一个什么样的联系？
这一个是喷上釉的，就是等待入窑烧制的。
For this one, we have put some either glaze color on the porcelain.
我们可以看一下，这些颜色基本上是一致的。但是
And for the bottom part, we have just finished the firing process.
它没有烧制之前，基本上是
So before we put it into the kiln, the color is in white, but after we put it in firing, and the color will change.
So basically, he says that after it's dried, they will put some glaze on top of it. Then we can see that the items here are similar. Basically, looks like they are in the same color. They are in white, but actually, after it's burned, they will put them into a kiln to fire it. And after it's fired, the colors will be different. They will turn into different colors. Like this one is white, but later on, these items are in white, but later on, they will turn into different colors. Like this one in red, in light brown or blue. So he said that there's a saying in the industry. 你说的是什么？一色然后变成万色。
入窑一色，出窑万彩。
Okay. I asked him again. He reminded me that there's a saying in this industry. He said before they were put into the kiln, they are in the same color, in one color, and after they are fired, when they are gotten out of the kiln, they will turn into thousands of different colors like this. So it's kind of a magic process. So I'm eager to try it by myself. I think it's gonna be a very interesting process for me to experience how they are made. Okay, 老师 he's very thoughtful. He said I can sit here. Okay, thank you. I think probably I will play some mud here or clay. So I think it's better for me to. 谢谢老师 Thank you so much for holding the mic for me and my cell phone for me. Okay, I'm ready. Okay. All right. I'll just put my mic in my pocket so that you can hear me anytime you want. Okay. 老师呢，我们可以开始了，是吗？ Okay. So he said that we can start now. Okay. So basically, 所以这是一块粘土是吗？
对，是。
大概的情况。
This is one piece of the clay.
首先我们要将粘土固定在。
First of all, we put some clay on this tunnel, and we have to moisture the clay and start the body
Basically, he
forming.
said that we will put the clay on top of the plate first. Then we will make our hands wet. Then we will try to find the center of this mud. Then we will try to shape it and shape it into the shape we want. Yeah. 好吧，我们试一下吧。
对。
那脚还要踩这个是吗？
对，脚要踩一下。
Now we start to try this process. We have to step on this.
There's a paddle here, and the teacher, the coach said that I have to step on it, so it can control. You can see that when I step on it, it's turning around, right? And I can control the speed of this plate. So we can start now. 好，我们试一下。Oh gosh, too many things here. Okay, in my pocket. 所以我要先把手打湿。
对，手上要保持是湿润的状态。
Okay, he said I need to use some water to keep my hands wet. Okay. 然后我要捂着它吗？
对，用手把它按在那个转盘上。
Okay, I need to cover the mud and press it. And then 我就开始转了，是吗？
对，开始转。
Okay. Woo! Is it like
速度
moving?
有点太快。
Oh, he said I'm too fast. oh gosh. Okay. It's not easy. It's not that easy to control. No, it's not like a movie. No.
手上保持湿的，它就不会掉下来。
Okay. He said my hands were too dry, so that's why, the mud was out of control. Okay, I need to have more water. Okay, 可以哈。Oh, okay. Feels much better. It's very smooth.
手臂固定住。
Okay. It said that I need to, make my arms start steady. I don't move it. Okay. 这样差不多是吗？
对，首先找到圆心。
Okay. It said that we need to find the center of this mud. Oh, he's helping me. 你已经找到了是吗？
对。
He's already found the center of this mud. Okay, this is the center. Okay. 差不多。
对，下面用拇指往下按，开一个洞。
Okay, he said I need to use my finger to make a hole in the center of this mud. Okay, it's really dry. So that's some water. Okay. So I'm just, use my fingertips to press it. And it's hard. It's not that soft actually. It is kind of hard, the mud. Oh, it's too fast. Sorry. I'm too anxious. I'm going to try again. 现在这个速度可以吗？
稍微有一点快。
Okay, it says already
脚
still.
可以拿下来。
脚可以拿下来。Oh, okay. 它不会停吗？
对，不会停的。
He said the machine will not stop. Now my feet is off the pedal, but it's still running.
对，拇指往下按。
是不是不够有力？
对。
It's not powerful enough. He said I need to press it harder. Okay, I'm pressing it harder. Oh, 对吗？
对。
Okay, 这边有多的泥土出来没问题，对不对？
没关系。
Okay, the extra mud is, is here.
两个拇指慢慢把它的头变大。
Okay, he said that I can use 2 fingers to make the hole bigger because I'm gonna do a bowl. That's my goal. Okay. 很干。
对，手上的。
It's dry, so I have to, keep dipping some water. Okay. 速度可以吗？
稍微有一点快，还可以。
它是会记住我的速度吗？
对。
Okay, the machine will remember the speed. So I don't have to, stepping on. I don't have to step on the pedal. Okay, he said that I need to, because I need to, make it higher. So I need to give the power of kind of getting taller. So I need to, 这样对吗？这个对。Make it taller. 你是让边缘更高是吗？
对。
Okay, make it taller. So you can see that he's using 2 hands. Very skillful. Gosh. Can you tell the shape is forming? Oh, 我还可以再弄吗？还是
可以再弄。
I asked him if I keep doing this, will I mess up? He said I can keep doing. But I think I'm messing it up. It's fun. 对吗？
对，用力要均匀。
Okay. 这样对吗？
对。
Okay, I'm trying to shape the bowl. And I'm trying to make
不要
the.
使劲捧笔，使劲捧笔它就偏了。
Okay. 我觉得现在已
You
经
have to be gentle about this.
Yeah, I think I really need help.
对。
It's hard to control
底下太小
the
之后，
direction
它
of
上
your
面就
bowl.
不均匀了。
Okay. 老师帮忙吧。I'm begging for help now. 所以实际上像你们要学多久才能做好
一般情况要3年以后才能出师。
Okay. He said that if you want to learn how to, if you want to become a professional porcelain maker, you have to learn 3 years. After that, at least you have to spend 3 years to learn from a mentor. 所以你在学校就专门学这个学了3年。
对，我们是整个一个流程全部都要。
So you have been learning the whole process.
Okay. He said when he was in college, he learned the entire process of how to make a porcelain item, and this is just one step. 好的，那最后如果我想让它完工，该怎么弄一下嘛？
对，基本上现在已经一个碗的造型就已经出来了。
基本上 ，he said it's almost done. So 这样就可以了，对不对？
对，后期还要进行去修批。
OK， 所以就可以了。
对，可以。
就让它停下来就行了。
对，
这样子行。OK, stop now. Have a close shot. I think it's done, right? 就可以了，对吗，老师？
对，可以了。
Okay, I think it's done. It's not that bad, right? And he said that it has to sit here for a day, and after it's dried a little bit, they will take it out of this machine. Then they will put it there to dry it. Then after a week, oh gosh, I touched it and I messed up. And after a week, the masters here, they will help those clients. I need to wash my hands, I'm sorry. And they will help us and to polish it, make it look nicer and smooth, as I showed you earlier, right? Then, 所以一周之后 sorry, a lot of mud, so it takes a little bit more time to wash my hands. Oh gosh. 然后是1周之后就好了，然后
1周之后，晾干之后进行修批，然后再等1周左右之后，然后喷釉进行日阳烧制。
Okay. So after a week, they will polish it. Then they will dry it for another week. Then they will put on some glaze and fire it. So I think in total, if we want to get the final piece, probably we will need about 2 weeks, 2周左右才能拿到最后的成品。
对，是的。
2 weeks. 所以在这里实际上我看到你们也给客人很多这种就是亲手实践的这样的一些机会，实际上也是一个非常好的学习。
You're offering a lot of opportunities to the customers to learn about this technique. And it is also a preservation of the intangible cultural heritage.
He said that this is a very good way for those people to have some hands-on experience. So it really helps this kind of skills and intangible cultural heritage to get into the schools and get into the community. So to educate more people. Yeah. Okay, now we're in the area. Okay, now we see, oh, there's only one master here. This is a place where they will do some paintings. They will paint. We have seen some beautiful, paintings on the vases, on the plates, and this is the place where they will paint. They will draw some lines here. Okay, oh, the master is not here. 你觉得你可以拿个什么东西给我们，或者是我们看看那位老师？I think it's very interesting. Do you feel like familiar? This is the one we saw in the exhibition area. I think this one is almost done. Yeah, it's almost done. But here, there is a master there. He's doing his work, so we can, take a look how this work is done. Wow, very fine lines here. I think he's drawing a fish. 我们会打扰到您吗？没事哈。I asked him if I'm disturbing him. He said it's okay.
现在是在绘画。
他为什么要拿那个尺子？
这个是垫一下手，因为防止手。
He's drawing using a ruler in order to fix his hands.
Why he is using a ruler? And he said that they just put their hands on top of it, so the hands will not mess up the the paintings they've already drawn. 他实际上是在用釉在那儿画那些线条，是吗？
对，是我们这都是矿物质
They're
釉料。
using the glaze to do the painting.
那它这个大概的这个步骤是什
So
么？
what
先
is
画
the
这些线
process?
条，然后再上色，还是
So will they
对
draw the
先
lines first
先勾描好
before they
之后，然后
fill
再
the
上用
color?
我们的釉料进行去描
Yes,
绘
first of all, they will draw the
然后
lines
等到这个
and then
描绘
use the
描绘
glaze
之后
to color the lines.
填色。
He said that basically you will see two steps. There were two steps. 这个房间主要是完成2步，对吧？
对，大的工序主要是2步，一步是绘画，一步是填色。
So in this room, basically, they will finish 2 steps. The first one is to draw the lines of the paintings. The second one, when the lines are dried, they will use colors to fill in the paintings. 所以他现在正在画的 I think the part he's drawing now is I think it's this part, the 2 fish, right? 我不知道会不会打扰您哈。像您画完这个花瓶，就是画这个鱼，还有涂完所有的颜色。
So how long it takes you to draw the whole vase?
要1年左右。
So it takes around 1 year to finish it's 1 month
It's
to
interesting.
complete the whole
this master
piece.
said that because he's new, he's not very, experienced. So it will take about 1 year for him to finish all the lines and filling all the colors to finish this vase. But he said that for 你说就是很有经验的师傅，可能1个月左右就画完了，
对
是不是
是的？
因为他是可能比较新的师傅，
对
所以
他是
会需要的时间长。
对，因为他来的时间相
So
对来
this
说
gentleman
要
is
短一
quite
些，
new,
然后他花的时
so
间
it takes him longer to finish the lines and the coloring.
He said that for a very skilled and experienced master, basically it will take about 1 month to finish all the paintings. But he's kind of new here, so it takes him about a year to finish the whole thing. 那像完成整个的花瓶，就是包括烧制啊什么什么的过程，最后变成一个成品，这需要多长时间？
我们
So how long it takes to make the end products? That depends on the products.
然后长的话可能
Some of them it takes only 1 month up to 1 year. So what about this one we're just seeing? I mean, from the very
熟
beginning,
练的话要半年以上。
He said that for a very experienced master to finish the whole vase, I mean, including, do the shape, make the clay, and do shape the vase and to fire it, it will take about 1 year to finish the entire piece. But as I said earlier, just only for the painting part, the drawing and the painting, it will take about 1 month. 然后我在这儿还看到很多其他的很有意思的东西哈。我觉得这些你看 we can show you around. There are some very interesting items here, and you see that. Is that cute? I really like this. It's very delicate. 这个也很漂亮，对不对？
对，这就是新的，我们新的一些工艺跟那个日用的作品相结合，制作出来一些符合于大众审美的。现在
明白。You can tell that the 2 birds they're so cute, and the grape and 2 little birds there. It's really cute. He said that because in order to please the people in nowadays, especially young people, so they also make some items for daily use, like this one. People just can use it for every day. They can use it for tea, for water, and it's nice, but it's also very practical, 所以像你们这里大概有多少位的这样的师
how
傅和
many
老师？
masters and artists working here?
老的师傅主要
For the experienced ones, we have 4.
大概有10
For the young apprentice, we have over 10.
He said that there were less than 20 masters here who can do these items. And the very experienced one, there were 4 very experienced one, and there were some younger ones as well. 那老的这个师傅大概是多少岁？他们的经验大概是多少年的经验？
老的师傅都已经60
So
岁
for these
以上了
experienced masters, they're over like 60 years old.
是从刚开始工作就做这个，基本上
They start to work on these porcelain pieces.
They said that some the older ones, the experienced ones, they have already worked in this area for more than 40 years. Yeah. 那像你在这儿实际上工作了9年，然后从事这个行业10几年。其实我们
So you have been here for over 9 years, and we have already seen the reports that the preservation of intangible cultural heritage is not an easy task. Many younger generations feel reluctant to be engaged in this kind of work. For example, for the drawing process, it takes around 3 years to learn the techniques, and it's quite dull to learn the techniques. They have to practice for many times. For younger generation, maybe they don't have enough patience to do this.
Actually, as I said earlier, this is one kind of intangible cultural heritage at the municipal level. And he said that actually it's facing some difficulties nowadays because especially some young people, they are not willing to, spend so much time in doing this. And at least they have to spend about 3 years to learn the skills. Then when they start to work, they have to, repeat the same thing almost the same day as the same thing every day, right? So sometimes they feel very bored. They feel like the work is very boring. 所以，但是实际上还是我们可以看到有很多人。
But still, we see many people are continue to be engaged in this kind of work, including yourself. So what drives you to do this? I love this kind of piece of work, and after enjoying here, I can see the spirit and the craftsmanship from those experienced masters. They're really persistent, and this is the spirit that we have to learn.
He said that he's really kind of motivated by those experienced masters. He has already been doing this for many years, and he also want to learn from those masters. And I think they were also very good, role models. And also, I think today, it's a very fantastic. It's a very interesting trip, and we have seen. Tour around this museum, and we have seen some very beautiful items here, and also we learned about how they are made, and learn about those beautiful colors and skills. And also I'm kind of curious, like this one. I think it's very interesting. Like this one, we can see this one. 可以看到这个颜色哈，这个地方好像是很浅的，但是实际上这是一片叶子，是吗？
对，这是
You can see the color differences on this vase, especially on the part of the leaves. So if you change to a different angle after the firing, and the color will change.
Earlier, there's a kind of a magical process because the glaze, we can see that this one is kind of sort of white, a little bit. Like oranges, like a little bit orange, but it's very, very light. But it will turn into green after it's burned. So I think this is a very interesting process. And today we have really learned a lot of knowledge how to make Beijing decorative porcelain, and also a lot of stories behind this. These items, the history and the artists, their stories. And I think, thank you so much. 我觉得非常感谢你分享很多的故事给我们，分享很多这些。
Thank you for sharing the stories behind these porcelain pieces.
家的这样的一些故事给我们，非常感谢你。你觉得你还想跟我们的观众说什么？
Do you have other things to share with our viewers?
体验我们的精彩瓷的一个文化。
同时也希望大家能够更好的保护我们的这些非物质的文化遗产，是吗？
对，是的。
I said that I thanked him for sharing all these knowledge and insights into these items, their history and the stories behind these items. And he said, welcome everyone to come here to visit this place to learn about those traditional skills, and also let's try our best to protect the traditional skills and this wonderful, fantastic, intangible cultural heritage. So I think that's for today, and thank you so much for staying with us, and thank you very much. I think we have to wrap up now, and I'm gonna say bye to you. Bye, everybody. Thank you.